Hey guys, this is Ray for PandaCanDo. This is both a product review introduction to some of our stuff, but also a handy little tip video for survival, camping, and all that type of stuff. So a little bit longer on this one. So what we're going to talk about is Mylar space blankets. Now you've probably all heard of these. And we get the big ones, the 84-inch by the 52, made by Dynarex, a very well-known and respected medical company. So the survival rescue blanket, one of the, besides all the numerous, using it as a shelter, using it to keep yourself warm, of course, using it as a signal device, and as a bag to hold something, to run water away from you, to divert wind, because you can, besides just having a shelter over you, you can use it like a tarp and divert wind away from your fire, away from your campsite, all that. Besides all those numerous uses, there's a great little trick. When somebody becomes hypothermic, their core's dropping rapidly, you're stuck out in the snow maybe, maybe somebody's fallen in the ocean or cold water. Okay, you wrap a emergency blanket around them. That's good and fine because now you're trapping all their body heat and reflecting it back into them. But they're hypothermic, so their core's dropped, so they're not producing as much heat. Their body is not functioning at full capacity. So you need to either give them your body heat, which is a great help, get them into a warm environment, which you may not have access to. And also, if you're alone, then you've got no one else's body heat, and you may be too cold to make a fire. You may not have the resources. So it's not doing you a whole lot of good. It's helping, sure, but it may not actually stop the hypothermia. It may not actually bring your temperature up if you're not producing enough heat. So that's where today's quick trick comes in. You take the Mylar blanket, you wrap it around yourself in a nice poncho, maybe with a little hood or something, and you've got it all set up for you. And then you need to produce some heat. So one thing, and this is, I'm going to start with a little bit more risky one, is you may have either ours or somebody else's Beeswax survival candles. So we sell these in this little half-ounce tin, and we make them in a variety of sizes. We make a 1 ounce, and this is a 2 ounce. I'll open for you real quick. 2 ounce tin, Beeswax survival candle, and this one comes with a single wick, and this one comes with a double wick, and you get an even flow that way, and you get a little bit more heat, of course, off this, and a little more run time. Both these have hours. Even this little one will burn for hours. Like I think it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. You get a lot of burn time out of this. You can use it to start a fire because, unlike a lighter or matches, you can light this and just set it under, tinder. Even let's say all you had was a single wet piece of wood. Well, unlike any other fire starting source, without any kindling, without anything else, this will just keep a constant flame on that. It will eventually ignite that thing. It'll dry it out. It'll burn it. Can't do that with a lighter. It'll melt and burn up. You'll run out of fuel. You run out of matches. Can't do that. Candles are great. You can light them. You've got instant light source and instant very small heat source, which is what I'm getting to, and then of course a great fire starting source. So to get to the fire, to get to the heat source thing, so you wrap yourself in the Mylar blanket in a big poncho, and you get yourself in a little yoga position with your legs crossed maybe. And you can, if you're very careful, and that's the key here, you can light this candle and set it at the base, making sure you don't set yourself on fire, burn yourself, or anything else. And you can funnel this heat, a very small amount of heat, but trapped in a Mylar blanket and combined with your own body heat, you can warm yourself up very quickly with that small amount. You can actually heat water with these. You may not get a real great rolling boil off of a little thing like this, and you're definitely not off of a single wick down there. But we also sell some with a 4 wicks and such, and then we're going to be doing some bigger 4-ounce candles that have multiple sets that can be lit at once and give you a good amount of heat. But you can certainly warm the water. Now you may be thinking, well, what good is if you can't boil it? Well, think snow. So you've got your Mylar blanket, so you can collect some snow, get it together, and you've got a heat source. You could make a bowl out of the Mylar blanket, put a bunch of snow in it, push a hole down in, set this down in there, and get your snow up around the edges, and they're going to melt. You could make a little trough down and collect the water in another section of the Mylar blanket, and you've got drinking water. You've got a constant flow of water dripping down. These come with a little lid, keeps it all nice and protected. Another thing I should mention is I won't go into all the great benefits of beeswax. You have to read the listing or bug me to make another video to talk about why these are better than anything else, like the paraffin you get, and the burn longer and all that type of stuff, and cleaner. But they don't get wet. You don't have to worry about this getting wet. I can submerge this. I can soak this underwater. The wick's been fully dipped and soaked before I placed it inside of these. And we do hand make these. The tins are come from different importers, and some are made in the U.S., and so it's hard to trace these. But the beeswax is 100% USA organic bees making the beeswax. And then the wicks, I'm not sure if the cotton's US or not, but then we hand pour these at PandaCanDo. So a great little thing. And these tins we make other kits out of, little emergency pocket survival kits and such, and medical kits. And so that brings me to this little item, which is a basic ferrocerium rod, and a very small one because we wanted it to be able to fit inside of our 2-ounce tins. Now the candles don't generally come with these, but if you contact us, we can make them. If we get enough requests, we'll. I mean, if you contact us, we could include one for a little markup. And if we get enough requests, then we'll go ahead and start making some that come with a striker and a thing. The key is we'd have to have a striker as well as the rod there. But if you have any kind of a pocket knife, little flashlight, key ring, anything like that, you can strike off of these. So there's your lighting source. Make a fire, get it going, purify water, and stay warm. Now another solution is if you have the instant heat packs, the instant hand warmers. Again, you take your Mylar blanket, wrap it around yourself, activate the heat pack, put it up against your chest, and you're trapping that extra heat source in. Well, we don't carry those because they're heavy. They're very common. You can buy them in every store, so it doesn't really make sense for us to have those because they're cost prohibitive to ship, and most people will just get them somewhere else for less than what we can sell them for, and they're available everywhere. And the other thing is they're throwaway. They're good. I'm not putting them down at all because they do last a good 12 hours. They do produce a lot of heat. But something we were able to carry that's a little bit more unique is this is a reusable one. And how these work, and I might do a separate video on these, is these have a little, well, they have a solution in them that gets cooled, gets heated, and then it gets cooled to a temperature it's still in a liquid form, but it doesn't want to be naturally. It wants to go solid. And what happens is there's a little metal disc in here. Basically, if you were to make this in an open cup, even a little piece of dust hitting the liquid it so wants to get out of the liquid form that it would turn into a solid like it is right now, just from the little bit of dust hitting it. But because it's sealed in, just you squeezing it, it's not the impact that does it. It needs something to sort of interact with it directly, to touch it, something rough. Well, they have a little metal disc you can see down in there. And it's like a little cricket. You squeeze it and it makes a little pop, and that little bit of metal moving back and forth and a little impact and shock wave causes this whole thing to react, and you get 30 minutes of heat out of this. And you're thinking, well, you can get 12 hours out of the other hand warmer ones that are made out of iron filings. Basically, they're rusting. Why would you want these? Well, you take this, you get your 30 minutes, which is usually plenty of heat for the situation. These you can infinitely just keep reactivating, resetting. You take them, and there's instructions here. It says to recharge, place heat pack on cloth in boiling water for 10 minutes. So the cloth, you're just wrapping it in something, a washcloth, to keep it from touching the edge of the pan and melting the plastic. But you want to keep it at boiling temperature. So you have that little insulated cloth around it, keep it from getting direct contact and burning. But you plop it in boiling water for 10 minutes, and all this sort of jelly, sounds like snow, sort of like packed ice, or packed snow, turns into a liquid, and this becomes clear so that you can see right through the pouch. And then it's set. Once it's all clear like that, it's more flexible, and you can throw these in your jacket during the winter. Put them with your Mylar blanket in the car in case you get caught on a mountain pass or some other situation. Maybe you're going to be in the cold, maybe you're going boating, and you've got it ready, and you can just keep reusing these. So they're very economical in that sense, to be able to reuse. And so I highly recommend these. We looked around again looking for the highest quality one. There's a variety of companies making these. Most of them are just adding their own name, or doing sort of a not very good job of copying the original. So these are made by a very good company. They are made in the USA, it says down here. So you can tell we're paying the extra premium to get you guys the best quality stuff. So that was our quick tip, a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but there you guys go. Let us know what you think, and ask us any questions you want. See you in the next video.